Shoulder and shoulder blade movement is so important for regaining arm and hand movement after a stroke. Without that strong, stable foundation at our shoulders, we can't get optimal movement at our wrist and fingers. So today, we are gonna go through 2 sets of 6 exercises that you can follow along with to help you rebuild that shoulder strength and stability after your stroke. You're not gonna need any equipment, so let's get into it. Just so you know the structure for this workout, I'm gonna take a few seconds at the beginning of each exercise, talk you through what we're doing, give you an example, the timer will start, and you can follow along on your own. Our first exercise is elevation. So what we're gonna do is bring those shoulders up like they're going up towards the ears, hold for a few seconds, and then come back down to our neutral or starting position. Ready? Here we go. Okay, stop there. Exercise 2, we're going into shoulder depression. So this is where we're pushing our shoulders down to the ground as far away from the ears as we can, and then bringing them back up to that neutral or starting position. Ready? Here we go. Okay, stop there. Next exercise, protraction. So this is where we're actually pushing our shoulders forward, almost like we're kind of rounding them, pushing them forward, and then pulling them back to that neutral or starting position. If you already have some arm movement, you can bring your arms up, push forward. Let me turn to the side to demonstrate. Push forward and then bring them back. But if you don't have any arm movement, you can just push those shoulders forward and bring them back. Ready? Here we go. All right, stop there. Next exercise, we're doing shoulder retraction. This is where we're bringing the shoulders and shoulder blades back so that we are basically trying to pinch our shoulder blades together, almost like there's a penny or a pencil in between those shoulder blades. All right, ready? Here we go. All right, stop there. Next one we're doing is shoulder rolls. So this is where we're using that movement where our humeral head, the ball of the top of that big arm bone, kind of moves around in the socket. So we want to roll those shoulders up and down. You can go backwards, you can go forwards, whichever way feels good to you. Ready? Here we go. All right, last exercise before we have a bit of a rest break. So what I'd like you to try to do for this one is to raise your arms up in front. This is the only really active part where we're gonna try to get the arm involved as well. If you don't have great movement in your arm, that's okay. Lifting might be really hard, arms are heavy. I want you to do your best to try to raise that arm up and make sure that you're watching and you're trying not to hike it up. And of course, remember, do not push through any pain or discomfort. Ready? Here we go. Okay, stop there. We're gonna take a short rest break. So grab yourself some water, take a few deep breaths, and I want you to remember, if you're not able to do these as fast as I'm doing them, if you need more breaks, that's totally fine. You are starting at your own point, right? Everyone who's going through this is kind of starting in their own journey at their own point. So try not to compare yourself to anybody else. That includes me. Go at your own pace, don't push through pain or discomfort, and remember to always check with your doctor or therapist to make sure that these exercises are right for you. All right, we're back at our first exercise, which is elevation. So this is where we're bringing our shoulders up to our ears as high as we can, holding for a few seconds, and then coming back down to that neutral or that starting position. Ready? Here we go. All right, stop there. Next exercise is depression, shoulder depression. This is where we're pushing our shoulders down to the ground, holding for a few seconds, and then bringing back up to that neutral or starting position. All right, ready? Here we go. All right, great job. Next one, we're doing protraction. So this is where we're pushing the shoulders forward, 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 and then coming back to that neutral position. Just like with all of the exercises, we're pushing into the movement, we're holding for a few seconds, and then we're coming back to neutral. And remember, you wanna make sure that you're getting your shoulder blades engaged with each of these exercises. Ready? Here we go. All right, next one is retraction. This is where we're pulling the shoulders back. Chest is almost kind of puffing out just a little bit, and you're trying to squeeze those shoulder blades together like you're trying to pinch a pencil in between them. All right, so again, you're holding there for a few seconds before you come back to neutral or starting position. Ready? Here we go. All right, next exercise, shoulder rolls. This is where we're doing that more dynamic movement. We're rolling the shoulders forward, and then maybe we're taking them backward, right? No pushing through pain or discomfort. If you hear popping, make sure that you get that checked out and stop before you continue on with any of these exercises. Ready? Here we go. All right, last exercise, we're doing shoulder flexion. We're practicing raising up the arms in front of you. Now again, if you don't get quite all this movement, that's a-okay. I want you to lift as far as you can, raise back down. Also, make sure that you're watching and trying not to hike that shoulder up, trying to keep it down as you raise your arm. Ready? Here we go. All right, stop there. Awesome work. I'm gonna be leaving a link down in the description to my No Arm Movement Workout playlist. So if you're starting without any real active arm movement, you can go check that out. I'm also gonna leave a link to my upper body workouts playlist that has a ton of different upper body workouts, from strengthening, range of motion, laying down, seated, standing up. So you've got a lot to choose from there depending on where you're starting. As always, if you found this video helpful, please make sure to leave it a like. And if you're new here or haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the bell to get notifications for when I post new videos. Post-Stroke is a nonprofit, and you can help us keep our content free, either by giving us a super thanks by clicking in the YouTube bar below, by giving us a one-time donation via PayPal, or by becoming a Patreon member, where a monthly donation gets you access to cool perks like social media shoutouts, behind the scenes footage, and even YouTube shoutouts, of which I have some today. A huge thank you to all of our patrons, and a special thank you to everyone in our Empowerer tier, Heather G, Ryan D, and Modus Nova. We cannot do what we do without you all. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.